of Lights. Hour 3 of the program, the afternoon portion, is underway now. We welcome now Coach Todd Cooley with the Delta State University football team. He's the head coach of the football team. Coach, good to see you, sir.
Thanks for having me.
So you're headed for the next round of the playoffs this coming Saturday here at Delta State. You'll be taking on Valdosta State University. That's at 1 o'clock game, right?
It is 1 o'clock.
You didn't have any problem with West Florida this past weekend, did you? You had a pretty good game.
We played really well. We played probably the best first half we played all season.
That's awesome. Your quarterback, Patrick Shegog, he really kind of blew it out, didn't he? He had a great game. 6 touchdown passes.
6 touchdown passes. Just kept doing what he's been doing now for 2 years. You know, he's got 42 touchdowns on the year, 2 interceptions. I think he's a really good player. And
sophomore, right?
No, he's a senior.
He's a senior, okay. A senior. Well, they had him listed in one of the reports I read that he was a sophomore. I bet you do.
Yeah, I wish. No, he's a senior from Batesville, Mississippi, and
okay.
I can't talk enough about him, you know. And it's like I said before when I was on the show last week, if he doesn't win the Connolly, I don't know what you have to do at a small college, because he's amazing and been really good for our team.
Well, also, speaking of winning awards, we should congratulate you on your second consecutive Gulf South Conference Coach of the Year award. It's quite the achievement.
Yeah, it is. It usually goes to guys who got the best team, and we felt like we had a really good team this year, and I'm really blessed to get that award.
What are you doing, Coach, this week, if anything different than prior weeks as you get ready for this big game?
Well, the biggest thing is we don't have school right now.
Yeah.
And it's dealing with, appreciate everybody in Cleveland. Miss Becky now has kind of spearheaded for our Thanksgiving meal on Thursday as a team, as a family, and we're excited about that. But it's just our guys aren't in a routine this week. So we're talking to them about, hey, still get up early, get some things done. We're not trying to keep them up at the field house all the time because you can get burnt out. But I told them yesterday, the same preparation we put into West Florida, it's just you don't have school. So a lot of guys can, waste their time. They still need to be active. We're still lifting weights. We're still doing our meetings. We'll practice this afternoon. And, it rained on us yesterday pretty good, but today is supposed to get out of here. So we've got a nice day to practice today. So get started on our prep today.
Well, with school, as you said, not being in session and a lot of students not around, the football team, the players, they kind of gravitate to each other and hang around?
Yeah, they do. And we've got a close group. I mean, we've been like that for a while now, and we're really, just blessed to be in this situation. Anytime at this level when you're practicing on Thanksgiving, you've had a really good year, and that's 2 years in a row we've done this, and we're going to have a big game Saturday. Hope everybody will come out. It's going to be a big one. Valdosta is a really good football team. We played them week 6 down there. We were lucky enough to come out of there with a win, but they're a lot better football team than they were the last time we played them. So they're playing really well, and it's going to be a dogfight Saturday.
I know that you typically don't like to look ahead, especially when you're facing such a big game as you are this coming Saturday, but what's the future look like for your recruiting class and so forth?
Right now, at our level, we don't make a lot of early offers for a couple reasons. Number one, right now everybody's getting a lot of early offers, and we're just trying to let the smoke clear. We're evaluating. We're calling players, recruits. We've got our eyes on a bunch of them, but just to be honest, we kind of don't like to offer early anyway, because as soon as we do, other people start noticing it and seeing it in social media. So. And I told our staff, that's a compliment to us because we've been able to do a good job of evaluating players and getting the right type of fit for Delta State. And we've got our eyes on some right now.
Yeah.
We're just kind of waiting. But best thing we can do for recruiting is keep winning.
Yeah.
We keep winning. And guys, if you don't want to win, we really don't want you anyway. We want guys that want to win in the classroom, off the field. They want to graduate. We've been really blessed here. This December, we'll graduate our 198th player since I've been here. So we are killing it academically, doing a great job. So we're looking for those type of guys. And if they're out there just worried about who all's offering them right now, doesn't mean as much. Then we come in kind of at the last hour and try to scoop them up, so to speak. It's kind of how we do it here.
Well, you've got the asset of having such a successful winning program, and when you come in, even if others have offered it, probably turns some heads.
It does. We're blessed. Delta State University is the winningest 4-year university in the state of Mississippi. We've been winning here for a while, not just with me. It happened way before I got here, and You go back to Todd Knight in 1998. You go to Steve Campbell, who won a national championship here. Rick Rhodes was here, had a great runs. Ron Roberts won all the time. So, you know, I follow some really good guys. And they're guys that I still speak with and talk to and can get advice from. So it's a really unique job when you come to Delta State. It is a family here. And there's been some unbelievable coaches that have coached here. You know, right now, of course, Ron Roberts is a DC at Auburn.
Yep.
You know, Pete Golden was his defense coordinator here. He's obviously at Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Bloomgren was on the staff here. He's the head coach at Rice. Jerry Max at Tennessee. I mean, it's just Steve Campbell's been everywhere. I mean, he's a guy that I lean on a lot. And, you know, just having that tradition and those guys that you're able to pick up the phone because you're the head coach at Delta State now, they're going to answer. And it's been really cool being that, you know, been here 11 years. It's been great. Feel like I just got here.
Coach, besides looking for players that obviously have the athletic skills and ability and perhaps fit in with your schemes and your style of play, is there anything outside of athletics that you look for in the profile of a possible player here at Delta State? Yeah,
we look at a lot of things. Obviously, academics, number one. I mean, we've had such high graduation rates because we recruit good student athletes.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier to keep those guys on track when they get here. I always look at how they treat their own family. You know, when they come on a visit, we want the parents to come. We want mama to come. You know, do they do things for their mom on the visit? You know, if we're eating a meal, do they make sure mom's eating first? You know, those types of things that, you know, some people don't look for, we look for. You know, if we're at a football camp, we've got them in camp. Are they the first in line? Do they want to be coached? Or are they there just to show out? You know, are they there to actually get better? I look at all those types of things because, to be honest, that's what it's going to take to play here. You got to be a little bit old school, and you got to be tough, and you got to want to get better.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's kind of a lost art nowadays. But I think that comes with taking your time and recruiting and being more patient and really looking for what you want. And we don't get them all, obviously. And we miss just like everybody else misses.
Sure.
But I've learned as I've gotten older, you know, just take your time and make sure that the ones you do get, they're going to fit and they're going to stay. Because, you know, we have a saying around here, if you'll stay, those who stay are going to be champions. And that's the truth. You know. But, hey, that's just how we do it. There's a lot of ways to skin a cat, as they say, but that's just kind of what I believe in. And we evaluate probably a lot more than we recruit. But we evaluate to make sure that the ones we do recruit, well, I'm not wasting my time.
Sure.
You know, and so that's what we do.
Makes sense. Do you feel like, Coach, that you get the necessary support from President Dr. Ennis and the administration in general?
I do. You know, Dr. Ennis has been here not very long, but he's already, you know, made his mark of how he's going to be. You know, he's kind of he leads from the front. That's what I like about him. You know, he leads out there in the front. He's always interacting with students. If there's recruits on campus, he's talking to them. He came over and spoke to our team, and as soon as he left that meeting, I called my wife and said, man, it's first time. I said it was awesome, you know, and I think he does a great job. Obviously, our athletic director, Coach Kennison, who's a legend in the state of Mississippi and obviously here, does a great job, wants to win, and gives us what we need. We don't always have what we want, but, I mean, nobody does, you know, but we have what we need, and they make sure of that. And, you know, we try to, in turn, you know, put something on a product on the field that everybody in Cleveland and our university can be proud of.
Yeah, absolutely, and the entire state, honestly.
No doubt.
So, you feel pretty good about your future, it sounds like, here at Delta State.
I do.
And the program and the direction you're headed.
I do. I think we're, you know, I mean, who knows? In college coaching, man, it's a great job. It's a terrible profession, but no, I feel good about it. You know. I learned this from my father a long time ago. Whenever you take a job, you leave it better than when you got it. And,
sure.
And, you know, if something happens to me tomorrow and they say, hey, we're going to part ways, which I hope doesn't happen, but if it does, I can honestly say, hey, it's in better position than when I took over. So that's a big deal to me.
We got just a few seconds left here.
Sure.
Any thoughts about just how college football, college athletics in general has just been upended by this NIL and portal and all that stuff?
We don't have enough time.
I know, 30 seconds or so. What do you think?
I think it's a travesty. I think it is now becoming the Wild Wild West. I don't see players at my sport getting developed the way they should be getting developed. We're letting them pick up their ball and go somewhere else, and we're saying it's okay, and we're actually celebrating it.
It's true.
So there's a lot of problems with that. Everybody's getting excited when somebody gets in the portal. It is what it is. We're used to it here because we're used to recruiting transfers too. So we're used to that, but I don't like where it's heading.
It's crazy.
It is. Hey, Patrick Shegog for the Connolly, if you're listening.
Yes, sir. He certainly seems worthy of it to me. Appreciate you coming on there, Coach. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for everything you do.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate
it. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Folks, we're stepping aside.